back to the elections. My frustration. I'm trying to voice my frustration, and I hope I'm not putting anybody out of ease. If you're out of ease, please it may be time to just leave. You don't have to be in the channel. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. It's so not for everyone. But I thank you so much for looking at it. So I'm Edo. I'm Nigerian. So I'm talking about myself. I live in the United States, so I'm the diaspora. That's how they call it, diaspora. Good. So I hope I pronounced it well. It's too weird to me though, but it's okay. Now, I did not leave Nigeria because I wanted to come to America. In fact, I was also one of the lucky ones that got American visa. That's how they say you got American visa. Oh wow. It's been very ugly in here. It's been very disrespectful. To some people it's okay. For me it wasn't that way. It was extremely hurtful and disrespectful. And you work here, it's a better life than Nigeria because there's no hope. And I think they kind of know that. That's why they kind of treat well, some people have been lucky. I won't say racism, but I am not really being treated very nicely. And that's my experience. I own it. It has happened to me. And if yours has been different, I'm glad for you. I'm really glad. Like, oh my gosh, tell me what you do. Maybe I'm not doing something right. But when you have a chance to change your country and the leader say, no, you're going back to status quo. I'm a woman. I'm in Nigeria. There's no money. The best I can do is be an Olushu. You go to school. Of course I went to school. Everybody went to school. At 14, I passed into medical school. Yes. Stephanie Narroman, Google my name. Well, it's not Google though, but, boards of... I passed into medical school at 14. And honestly, I could have passed at 13. I was that desperate for change, to change my life. I was desperate for something to deviate from the norm and the filth I was born into. I was so desperate to... It's not show off, I was so desperate to change my situation. I was not going to be defined by what I was brought into, but I needed to change. I needed something has to happen. Magic, call it anything. Something has to be better than this. And book not really work. Everybody goes to school, everybody went to school, everybody had masters. What is going to happen to me? I get into school, finish, I'm abroad. I don't get the respect that I want. And my hometown, I still think of my hometown. What are people I left back home? What's going to happen? What are those that don't have the luck to come to America? How many people got America take anyway? And it's not even all that. That's good. You look good sometimes, yeah, but it's not all that. But it's still better than nothing. But what's going to happen about home? My children, they're going to be lost in another man's country? Because what? Don't worry, the government doesn't work. Now we have an election. An election, you are selecting your candidates. I've already known that from childhood. We have an election, you're selecting your candidate. Now, nobody voted for ABC. I can't categorically say that, but a lot more people voted for LP, Labour Party. To cheat that man out of his inheritance, it's to cheat me out of my future. When we say LP, we don't say because we love a man or he's so handsome or he's so anything. He's a good person, yes. We say it because we are desperate for change. Something that's better than the situation I was born into. Something that I can look into and tell, not even my children, even myself, and say, well, maybe there's healthcare. Maybe there's something. Don't tell me about promises. Don't tell me about air-conditioned roads and things like that. Don't tell me. I grew up reading things like that. Those were promised to people before I was born. I don't want that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want my children to hear that. I don't want them to go into this cycle of hope and hopelessness. Because one equates to the other. Sir, Ma, this election hurt me. And I'm sure I speak on behalf of a lot of Nigerians. They were hurt. They were tattered. They are in extreme disbelief. But not disbelief as much because that was actually kind of the norm. But to do that in 2023, and after everybody's effort, you just wrap it around your finger and sit on it. I don't know if it's money. I don't know if it's power. I don't know if some people's children are threatened. I don't know. Are people's children on gunpoint? Tell me, is it they wrap people's children on gunpoint? You don't know. What exactly is the problem? What is it? Is your child on gunpoint? Tell me. Your wife on gunpoint? Say it. How on earth can we have an election that is tarnished like this before it even starts? In my state, people march the street. And for me, those State. Let me tell you, growing up in my place, there's a lot of disparity between male and female. So there's not much hope, especially, and there's a lot of disparity between the educated and non-educated. So most women don't get educated. So it's strange. Well, I did get education. My mom did get. My grandma did not. She wasn't opportune to have that. She had to marry really early and all of that. But apart from that, and those sound like tales, but they are my family story. Now, you see people getting married really early, being forced to a life that they don't want. I cannot be here. The reason why I was educated was that I was going to be able to make a change. Maybe there's hope. Something from the hope will just drop from me. It just come from me. She's educated. Who knows what she can be? The Nigerian government has shut the door in my face, shut my possibilities in my face, because a man who is almost 98 wants to still rule. He has ruled for 8 years. He wants to rule again. Where does my faith lie? Where does my hope lie? I'm not speaking on behalf alone. I'm speaking on behalf of many women. I use my state as an example because I grew up there in Benin City. Walking down, trekking to school, coming back, sometimes no food in your belly. You're hoping that someone will come who will make the difference. Don't tell me about somebody who was already there when I was trekking with no food in my belly, coming in again as president. Don't tell me that. He was already vice president. He was already ruling some sort. He didn't make any difference in my life. If not, I won't be in America. What am I doing here? The air is better? Not necessarily. There's cold. There's so much cold. But you stay here, say, at least when you pay the power, the lights come on. What happens now? I have to shut my eyes and shut my mouth and take it like a man. Suddenly people forget I'm a woman. I'm not supposed to take it. 8 years of Atiku, 8 years of Tinubu. Which of them? Because it looks like they want to give it to one of them. They didn't help me. I won't be here. Every day people jetting out of Africa in one embassy or the other. To be able to shut this out by shut our dreams out by you know the problem. I think they know that they rigged the election. Of course they know. But whatever we say is our business. They enter. That whatever you have to say, that's your damn business. As long as they ain't in there. So my question right now is, we are going to accept it. We don't have a choice. We put black out on the streets. What's going to change them? We don't want to cry to America. We only cry there by being in their country. What do we do? What is the hope now? What is the next 1 year, 2 years? Because if we don't discuss these things, next 4 years there's no change. Do it for your children. That's what they say. When we came out on the streets, we did it for our children. People marched the streets. Some in the rain,